Hello students, welcome to Underground Metallic Fluids Mining classes. This is your fourth session of Unit 2. Today we are going to see about what is burden and spacing, calculations of explosive quantity. In the previous sessions we had completed the common cause of accidents from explosives, what are misfires, what are the cause of misfires, blown out shots, dealing of shots after misfire, what is direct initiation and what is indirect initiation, and various stemming materials and definition of stemming materials. And today we are going to see about burden and spacing and calculations of explosive quantity, right? Now, what are this burden and spacing? These are the drilling parameters. And drilling parameters we have burden, spacing, drilling pattern, depth of the hole. In case of burden and spacing, we have to know what is the definition of a burden and the definition of a spacing. In case the definition of a burden means if you consider this to be a free face, this line is the free face I am going to do. This line, whatever, there is a free face. From this free face, the distance between the free face and the nearest hole is called as burden. This becomes burden. And the distance between the hole to the other hole becomes the spacing. When the larger length of a bench is to be drilled and blasted, larger quantity of explosive is required. This entire quantity cannot be kept in a single hole but needs to be distributed uniformly in a number of holes. Also, the fragmentation may become too big. Here, as we had discussed, this is the free face, what you could see here. The distance between the free face and the nearest hole becomes the burden. The distance between the hole to the adjacent hole becomes spacing. So similar here, if you consider this to be a free face and the distance between this free face to the nearest hole becomes a burden and the distance between the hole to the other adjacent hole becomes spacing. This hole, it is therefore necessary to evenly distributed the explosive along the length. The holes are drilled at regular intervals along the face required to be blasted. This distance between the holes is known as spacing. What we had discussed before, the distance between the holes is known as spacing. The spacing depends upon the nature of the rock, degree of fragmentation desired, method of singly or with large intervals of time, method of initiation, whether it is you are going to instantaneously blast it or you are going to use delay, whether it is a delay detonators, delay blasting, where the firing is done simultaneously or a delay. The spacing should be, the spacing what we are speaking about, the spacing should be equal to the burden or the spacing should be less than 1.5 times the burden. The spacing can be equal to the burden or it should be 1.5 times less than the burden. The holes will be drilled at a distance from the edge, which is known as burden. See, we could see here, if this you are considering to be the edge, you are going to drill the holes. This edge, what we called as the edge is called as free face. From this free face, the nearest hole, what we call it as, the distance between the free face and the nearest hole, we call it as burden. Burden is the minimum distance from the face to the blast hole. The term usually refers to the burden at the top of the face, what you could see here. Let's see in a video what exactly the burden means. This is your free face. Where is your free face? Can you see a free face here? From this free face, the drilled holes here. Can you see a drilled hole? The distance between the free face and the drilled hole becomes your burden. the distance between the holes from this hole to here, this becomes spacing. Can you see here? And this free face, this is the hole, the nearest hole, this distance become burden, and the distance between these holes becomes spacing. See from here, this is the hole to be blasted, and this is a free face. This is a free face. From free face to the first hole, nearest hole, becomes the burden. From this hole to the adjacent hole, can you see the number of holes here? Here, this distance becomes spacing. Okay. Now let's go for drilling pattern. In case of drilling pattern, we have three types: a square pattern, staggered pattern, and rectangular pattern. What are this pattern? Let's see here. In case of square pattern, the length, the distance between the burden and spacing, if it is of equal distance, then such pattern is known as square pattern. See here, if this distance, if this is of equal distance, if the spacing and burden both are of same distance, in that case that becomes a square pattern. If you see here, if the spacing is less than the burden, in such case that becomes a rectangular pattern. You could see here, this spacing, if it is less than the burden, then that such cases becomes your rectangular pattern. In case of staggered pattern, remember, in case of a staggered pattern, the holes, the line of holes will be in the middle of the adjacent line of the holes. Can you see here? There is a series of holes drilled in the first row. This series of holes are at the center. It could match to the center of next series of holes. In such pattern, what we could call it as staggered pattern. Such pattern, you could find equilateral triangles. These three holes, when you join it should form an equilateral triangle. This is called a staggered pattern. Now you know the three patterns of drilling. One is the square. In case of square, the space and burden are equal. Space is equal to burden. In that case, it becomes a square pattern. If space is less than the burden, in that case it becomes the rectangular pattern. If the series of holes are matching to the middle of next series of holes, then it becomes staggered pattern, which forms an equilateral triangle. See, can you form here? This is an equilateral triangle. This is the first series of holes, the next series of holes at the second row. This first row could match to the middle of the second row. This holes comes at the middle of this both holes, right? This type of pattern we call it a staggered pattern. Now let's go for the next topic, the quantity of explosive consumption or the calculations of explosive quantity. The volume of rock broken by explosive is given by formula. Rock blasted per hole is equal to depth of the hole into burden into spacing. Rock blasted by rounds of hole is equal to depth into spacing into number of holes in the round. Let me say you again. As we have seen, what is burden and spacing, right? Now, rock blasted per hole, how you will calculate? Can you see here? This is the depth of the hole you have drilled, right? This is a free face. This is burden. Can you see, from free face to nearest hole becomes burden. You have to know what is the burden and spacing, the distance between the two holes. This burden into spacing multiplied by the depth of the holes will give you the quantity of explosives. gives you the quantity of explosive. This is a rock, yes, calculation of explosive quantity, and you could say it is to be a powder factor too. This is called as powder factor. In case of rock blasted by rounds of holes, then it is depth into spacing into number of holes in the round. That becomes the rock blasted by a rounds of holes. That is how you could calculate. Depth into spacing, what is the spacing distance, into what is the number of holes per round. You can calculate what is the total quantity of rock blasted, right? Now let me go for today's MCQ. The spacing should be equal to or less than dash times the burden. The correct answer, option A is 1 times, option B 1.5 times, C 2 times, and 2.5 times. No, this is a wrong answer. The answer is 1.5 times. The spacing should be equal to or less than 1.5 times. And I could suggest you one question. Explain spacing and burden. Thank you. Let us meet in the next session.